forgot what my own intro is. It's been that long since I filmed something. I'll have to keep that in now too. Take two. We're still actually recording this time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, and welcome back to Breaking Things with Tater for our special, very out of chronological order episode. As I start doing 90 because I'm not fucking paying attention to the road. Joining me today is the stunt double.
I don't want to.
Riding in the back, we got Miss Dishwasher, also known as Lady Parts.
Wave, damn it!
The point of today's episode is I did a dumb thing. I bought a new vehicle before I sold the other vehicle. That's besides the point. What makes this trip special is that nobody knows what I bought. Besides me, I know what I bought. But somehow I was able to keep my fucking mouth shut and I haven't told a soul. Besides the people I had to tell, like, to get the money from my insurance company. Not even the stunt double who I had to tell that I was getting a car knows what I bought. Between when I told him that I'm going to need him to go on a drive, and now he's been making guesses. And I've answered a couple questions to give him, for him to get an idea what it is without telling him. I don't remember exactly the questions you asked. I remember some of them.
The rear wheels are driven by the motor. It is not one of the big three. I asked how many doors it had. You wouldn't tell me. Oh, and it's no more than 5 years old. Still under warranty. And it can still be purchased new today. It's not a discontinued model. Bye-bye.
No, I had to correct that one. There's gray area there. Can you purchase the same make and model? Yes, but it's not technically the same. I can't delve into that without spoilers.
Did you get another Miata?
If you want to take your own guess, comments down below. Take a moment here. Tell me what you think I bought. Everybody in the car will know before y'all, because they were here during the filming. But for us, where it's live, everybody's learning at the same damn time. Because I haven't even seen this car in person. I'm buying this sight unseen based off a total of 6 pictures I saw online. Based off those 6 pictures, I went to the bank, got a check, and told them here I come. 2 days after I told them I'm interested in the car. Hey! And we just drove past the dealership where we bought the Jetta. Because I forgot that we were going to be near it. At least there's not a hurricane this time.
That guy was confused when he dropped off his Z06 and picked up a Jetta.
Oh my god.
Please tell me there was like a 20-year-old in the passenger seat.
No, actually, no. I don't look in the rim check. No, but it is a man in a base model Corvette with a track jacket. It's like my light jacket.
Yeah. But
across the popped collar was embroidered in Corvette in white. Currently about an hour out from the dealership. Fucking 3-hour drive overall. Because we're going to Staten Island. Because that's the closest I can find a decent one. And boy, do I love the city. That's just my favorite place to drive. Especially in a car that I've never driven. Ever.
Not a Miata or an RX-8.
I've never driven this particular year make model.
It's a Miata or an RX-8.
I've never sat in one, though I have seen them in person. In fact, I saw one in Owego the other day.
Okay, maybe that Lowe's has our mailbox.
Yeah, definitely not filming.
Okay, off topic real quick. That is my fucking Lowe's. That sign said Lowe's, and underneath it said Dick's Sporting Goods.
I think it's huge.
The two are combined. I can fix my house and buy a rifle.
They're both really big.
You're not used to that, are you?
That's what she said.
Not referring to you two.
Shut up.
My clitoris is enormous, thank you. On that note, don't really have much else to talk about until we get there, so see you in a second.
Your destination is on the left.
This is interesting.
Jesus Christ. Is this the place?
There's the car! No. It's a Nissan Altima.
No, it's definitely the blue Honda inside getting cleaned.
Is it?
You bought a Dodge truck. 42.
Am I done recording?
Now we will take over because I haven't seen.
He doesn't want a shaky cam video.
Yeah.
But I'm so good.
Yes, you heard correct. I bought a smart car. Specifically, this smart car. It's a 2014 Smart 42 Passion. In case you're curious, yes, the surroundings should look familiar because I'm already home. Not only is this video out of order, but it was shot out of order. Because I didn't feel like doing all this at the dealership and I didn't have my DSLR with me anyways. Why did I buy it? Why not? Besides the fact that it's awesome. And the other main reason would be that the Miata is leaving shortly once the weather warms up. And I needed something to replace it. Because you really ought to have two cars, especially when one of them still needs its recall completed. So yeah, this is the new whip. I'm going to give you a walk around of the vehicle, but before I do, as I was looking for the owner's manual, I found the original window sticker for the car. Apparently, this car originally listed for $17,250. I got it for significantly less than that. What I can go over is the option list of what mine has. There's our option list. Before I go through the option list, let me just cover you the basics about if you don't know anything about a smart car. Besides the fact that it's a very fucking tiny car. It has a 1-liter 3-cylinder engine with a whopping 70 horsepower. And let me tell you, you need every single one of them. Maybe some extra would be nice, but we make do. Well, it does have standard shift lever, you know, PRNDL. Actually, PRND. It's not technically an automatic. It's an automated manual. Specifically a 5-speed. It's basically like, it's a stick, but the computer's doing the clutching for you. And that is actually exactly how it feels, which is odd. What's odd if you don't drive stick? The importance of that is this will be the second automatic vehicle that I've ever owned. My other one was it was Geo Prism, which had a 1.5 liter, I think, and a 3-speed auto. It was terrible. This is better, but not by much. As far as transmissions, at least. As far as driving experience, it's a shitload better. Now for the nickel tool, we will start in the back here. Up the hitch. And the lift gate. Lift up the floor. Unscrew a little cover. And boom. There is our engine. 3-cylinder, 1-liter Mitsubishi engine. Cranking out a massive 70 horsepower. For those of you who didn't know, yes, the Smart is a rear-engine, rear-wheel drive car. A decent amount of quote-unquote trunk space. Are big enough for a week's worth of groceries, no problem. Let's move around to the front. Start here with the automated manual shifter. Handbrake. We've been so blessed to have an armrest. I'm told that's an option or an after-the-fact accessory. Consulting with my option list here, I don't see anything about armrest. It is a black car, red interior, which I didn't know how I felt about at first. It's kind of growing on me now, though. Here we have the HVAC controls, which are pretty straightforward. Fan speed, temperature, because this is not hot and cold, but temperatures, because it actually has climate control. The mode switch, which allows you, well, you technically have 3 main options: defrost, face, and floor. And then any combination of those depending on where you turn the knob. Also have the radio. Surprisingly, the radio is an option on a smart car. Not so much on a Passion, but just in general. The other option would be air conditioning, which mine has. See, as for the option list, because it is a Passion, power windows and mirrors. They tell me there is a rain and light sensor. I'm not entirely sure where that is. As you can see, we have an auto setting on headlights, which I have yet to use. And of course, only one night has gone by since I got it. Next on the list, we have the black safety cell. Black body panels, both pretty apparent. The red fabric interior was a specific option chosen. Panoramic roof. It just looks like a black panel from the outside. From the inside, you can already see that the camera is picking up stuff through it. Just rolls back here, and the whole roof is glass, which gives it a way more open feeling and actually increases your headroom by a bit. But I typically leave it closed. Exception is the steering wheel with the optional paddle shifters. I went out of my way to find one that had paddle shifters, because I can at least simulate driving a manual transmission with the paddle shifters as opposed to using the lever. And I've noticed that when I pull the lever over into manual mode, it hits the side of my leg. And it still works, it's just annoying, and it's way easier to use the paddles. Oh, actually I have to go back to the wheels. We normally get alloy wheels, but these are the black Barabbas wheels, which were a $550 upgrade. I'm not a big fan of black wheels typically, but I think they look pretty good on this car, and the fact that they're factory special edition wheels is, well, I find that neat. A lot of Passions came with the leather seats. Mine were cloth because of the red interior package, but they are still heated seats. They work. The heated seats work quite well, and because we're already here, see the next to the button for the driver's heated seat is the fog light button. I've only driven it a little bit at night, so I don't know how effective they are. I checked, they do work. Electric power steering, apparently that is also a $550 upgrade. I have no idea what you would have without the electric power steering, whether it's manual or... And our final option is the dashboard gauge package. This is the one option that actually sold me on this car, even though I wasn't big on the red interior at first. Not only did it have the paddle shifters, but it had the tach. The other one is an analog clock, which I could give or take, but I really like that there's a tach in the car. After driving experience, I'm going to hand that back to past Tater, who is learning as he goes.
Alright, we're off Staten Island. We're still be in Jersey. I'm not sure, I can't film and check the GPS at the same time. I apologize about the awesome angle. I'm recording with my phone, which is just sitting in the little drawer underneath the radio, because I can definitely not drive through this traffic, record, and hold my phone with any modicum of safety. So, first driving impressions, now that I've got, well, so far I put 24 miles on the car. At least that's how many miles I put on it since I filled up. Because I got the car with less than a gallon in it. As you might imagine, with 70 horsepower, it doesn't have the most pick up, get up and go. Mainly because the first couple gears are really short. I see what everybody means about the transmission being weird. The transmission is definitely weird. It's much more responsive in when you're controlling the shifts with either the stick or the paddle shifters, as opposed to letting the car figure it out for itself. Shift time is about a second between gears. That was a weird feeling because it just cuts throttle completely when it engages the clutch. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to, but I had 3 hours of driving on this to get used to it. I hate that it's not stick, but I love that I at least have very functional paddle shifters. Like, it does try to shift as soon as I ask for it. The shifting action takes 3 fucking decades, but it does, they're responsive. It's as responsive as it would be in as automatic. That's how long the transmission takes. Once you're on the highway, you can get up to speed just fine. If I remember what I read correctly, top speed of this car is 90. And I've almost already hit that, not paying attention. So I just got passed on the right while I'm doing 80. Not going to be the asshole blocking the passing lane. Because that's why I got passed, because I was sitting behind the asshole in the passing lane. I've already been getting some looks, which is to be expected. Got walkie-talkies for car-to-car communication. Stunt doubles behind me in the Jetta. And this is easier than making phone calls the whole time. Sorry about the road noise. It doesn't seem that loud to me, but apparently to the microphone it does. Maybe because of where it's sitting. Other things I've noticed, the rear hinge brake pedal is going to take some getting used to. It don't feel right. Not that the brakes don't work. Brakes work fine. In fact, they work really well. I'm used to the Jetta brakes, which don't require a lot of pressure, and they're pretty linear. These brakes require a decent amount of pressure to initially start braking. Once you go past that, the amount of brake pressure you're getting increases exponentially. So that also takes some getting used to. That's a new car. It's like nothing I've ever driven, to be honest. I hear a couple little rattles of, best I can tell, it's the passenger seat belt just rattling against the trim, because I don't have the radio on, because I'm recording. I was like, oh, I wonder if the door's not closed all the way. Well, I can reach the passenger door. Right now, my hand is on the passenger door handle. Not even leaning over. Also, I have plenty of headroom. Got 2 inches before my hair touches the cover. And then I can always just roll back the cover and gain more. Which, panoramic roof is, that's cool too. Oh yeah, 4 inches of headroom. I couldn't touch the defroster cowl if my life depended on it. Yeah, no. That is fucking miles away. So yeah, this car is like nothing but passenger space. If you were ever interested in a smart car, be like, oh, I'm going to be cramped in there. No. You're giving up a lot of other stuff, but not interior space. Well, for the 2 passengers at least. Also, it doesn't show up right there. Okay. I have an armrest, which is awesome. I wish it was a little bit more to the right, but I will take it. I'm not going to bitch about it there. Especially after I figured out how to adjust it, which is apparently a little wheel you roll back and forth on the bottom of it. Oh, Jesus. Camera's falling. Stay. Currently sitting behind a semi, and the diminutive size of the car's apparent, because his wake is just fucking throwing his car around. Holy shit. So far I figured out how to use like none of the controls. I mean, outside the basics. Like I've seen the wiper suck. I haven't touched the wipers yet. I assume they work. Got the air conditioning on, which actually works pretty well. And it keeps it cool. I got it set to its maximum, or its lowest temperature. Oh, okay, there we go. Open all the vents, it gets colder. Damn it, dude. Let's do it. Roar! Yeah, there's 75. I got one with a tax, so it's $5,000. Yeah. 80. And back in the field. Hell, apparently it was bigger than I thought. Headed down the shift. I'm guessing because they had the air conditioning on. Got 70 horsepower, using 20 of them to cool down the air in here. Back in auto. Very glad I made this decision to get the one with the paddle shifters. Granted, I can't do it with the stick, but the stick's in a weird spot. It's like putting my hand, I feel like I'm trying to put my hand in my pocket, and when I pull it over in the manual, it actually hits me. I have to move my leg out of the way, because it hits me. But in drive, it's fine. And I can just pull the paddle and request downshift whenever I want it. And when I'm done fiddling about, press and hold the upshift paddle, it goes back into auto. The car does not put itself back into automatic without you telling it to, which is awesome. When you're in manual mode, it won't drop a gear even if you need to. unless you push, there's a detent in the pedal. There's like floored, and then there's kick down, which it'll go to the lowest gear it possibly can when you push it that far on itself. It's the only time it'll do downshift. So you can go to basically wide open throttle in 2 high gear if you want. And you like that because it's closer to a manual. And now that I think about it, another reason why it might be so warm in here is because I bought a black car. And according to the thermometer, it is 88 degrees outside. I bought the black and black with black wheels and a red interior. What makes it unique, I didn't specifically seek out the red interior, but I did seek out paddle shifters were a mandatory. I had to have paddle shifters, which meant I was getting a Passion. The Pure, apparently, I've yet to see a Pure with the paddle shifters. All the ones I searched, I couldn't find one. These also got power windows. This one has heated seats and fog lights, which I haven't played with those yet either. This one has the tack and clock package, which is what I wanted. It took me forever to find one with a clock and a tack. They're in a weird spot though. You kind of got to glance over to see the tack, and I haven't been looking at it much in 40 miles of highway driving, so maybe when I'm back in town I'll use it a little more often, but on the highway it doesn't really matter. Just put in top gear and drive. I haven't figured out it's set the clock yet. I don't know if it's right. I can see why a lot of people skipped on it, because who the fuck gives a shit about an analog clock? I don't. There's a digital clock in the speedometer, and I don't need to remember what hand means what. But if I gotta have an analog clock to have a tack, I want an analog clock. You know, now that I'm not behind the semi, I heard a lot of people saying that it's hard to control on the highway. Does it require more steering input than the Jetta did on the way down? Yes. Yeah, it definitely does. Let's do the short wheelbase. Not any major issues, it's not windy out. I guess based off the fun of the semi's wake throwing me around, I guess if there was a stormy day, this might be not the funnest vehicle to drive, but we'll learn about that when the time comes. Alright, and we're back. It's a bit later today now. We had a pit stop in Allentown, or Stroudsburg, Phillipsburg. I don't know. What I do know is they had a Chick-fil-A, and there's not one by my house. So we stopped in that Chick-fil-A. When we're heading to the Chick-fil-A, there was a bit of in-town driving that we needed to do. Yeah, sorry about that. I accidentally requested a downshift right as the car decided to downshift on its own, and I was just in third gear.
I can hear that thing back here going, I think I can.
Really? In here it sounds a lot more like I don't want. Oh, we got a downhill now. Creeping on 90. Yeah, this thing definitely feels like it is at the ragged edge, man. And the fucking mirrors are vibrating like they're about to blow the fuck off. So it's looking like VMAX is 95. Coincidentally, that's where it hits the rev limiter in 4th. Well, I'm also curious how accurate this speedo is. Mine says I'm doing 70, maybe 71 right now. What is yours saying?
65, 66.
Dude, I'm totally passing this SDI. What a bitch. That's a big dude in that Mini Cooper.
There's a big dude in that car.
Why don't you and your tiny penis shut your mouth?
I'm a little car. Everybody knows I got a small penis.
Not gonna lie, at first glance I thought that fucking exercise said scrotum instead of Scott Run.
You're an idiot.
As I was saying, there's some in-town driving through congestion that we had to do to get to the Chick-fil-A. And I got to experience some low-speed driving in this thing. You basically just manually put it in the first gear and tell it to stay there, because there's really no point to be anywhere else, because it really wants to go to the next gear up as soon as it can. I mean, obviously you might hear it roaring right now. It's because I'm climbing a hill, so I forced it down a gear, because if I don't, then I lose too much speed, and then it's gotta downshift on its own anyways. Apparently you need to be really proactive about the hills. Oh, I also discovered at the Chick-fil-A, I got 2 keys with the car. The key fob buttons don't work on the one. So either the battery's dead, or for some reason it's not like programmed to the car. I don't know which one it is yet. Another thing I discovered was that when you put the key in the door, you can use it to unlock the car, but it won't lock the car. I don't know why, or if there's just something messed up with mine. But both keys do work in the door. I gotta try both in the ignition. I gotta remember to do that when I get home. I had to try out the horn. It sounds like an 80s Beetle, or an original Beetle. That's what it makes you think of. I don't know if they were actually making the Beetle in the 80s. It's not in the US. When we were leaving, or getting back on the highway from the Chick-fil-A, the GPS took us kind of through the nearby town for some fucking reason. I don't know. Maybe it was technically quicker than doubling back to get on the highway where we were on it. But while we were doing that, I got a text from the salesman asking if we were home yet. I told him it was a 3-hour drive. We didn't leave there till, it had to be after 1. It was after 1 before I got out of the DMV, whatever the fuck New Jersey calls their DMV. Which actually, let's talk about that quickly. To get this car home, the dealer I got it from wasn't big enough that they issued plates. My original plan was to go sign up the paperwork, take the title, and go to a DMV in the area, because I'm buying it in Staten Island, it's New York resident. I'll just register the fucking car, put the plates on it, boom, off we go. DMVs in the city and all surrounding areas are not open on Saturdays whatsoever. There was something I needed to address before we came down, so that we didn't have to make 2 trips. So I couldn't go to the DMV near the dealership because they weren't open. So one of my other thoughts was to get PA temp tags, because I'd be driving through PA. The problem with that is, the last time I got temp tags, I had to have the vehicle there, so that way they could verify the VIN on the title and stuff to the vehicle before they would issue me the tag. Also, I wouldn't have the title on my way through PA, so I couldn't get them to issue it to me. What I eventually discovered, New Jersey issues temp tags to out-of-state residents. The only stipulation is that you can't live in New Jersey, you have to buy the vehicle in New Jersey, and the vehicle had to have a New Jersey title. The showroom of the dealership is in Staten Island, and that's where they keep their inventory. What did you saw?
I saw you shuffling around in the vehicle right after the blue smart car went by on the left. I figured you were going to say, "You see the other one?"
That was a smart car? I thought it was a Mini. Well, fuck! I didn't even see it because I was filming again. So I was actually looking to make sure that the camera hadn't slid.
Okay, I'm going to have to go ahead and request radio silence for the next like 2 minutes. Instinct, I want you back. Just came on the radio.
So I noticed on the bank paperwork that even though they were listed as a Staten Island dealership, and it had an address in Staten Island, billing address basically for the dealership is actually in New Jersey. I was like, oh, holy shit. So I'm technically buying a car from a New Jersey dealership, even though I'm picking it up in New York. So I called the guy, I was like, hey, does it have a New Jersey title? He didn't know he had to call me back. Well, then he didn't call me back, he texted me back, which, okay, fine, he let me know either way. But he's like, yeah, it's a Jersey title, and even sent me a picture of it. Fantastic, that means I can run to the DMV, MVC, whatever, get temp tags, get it home. What I learned as we were getting into Staten Island is, holy fuck, it is expensive to get into New York City and surrounding areas. To cross the whatever the fuck bridge, wait, I don't remember the name of the bridge. Outer something bridge. To go across that, you're fine. Like, just the actual crossing it doesn't cost anything. Until you get to the other side, where there's no exits. You have to pay the toll. Which, I brought money, just in case we hit tolls, but I didn't realize I was going to need $15 fucking to get into Staten Island. Holy goddamn. The big problem that raised was that once I went and checked the car, made sure it was good, took it for a quick spin, if I was planning on getting temp tags, I have to go back into Jersey, and more importantly, across that bridge, which is free to leave. Free to leave. But then I had to return back to Staten Island once I got the plates. Thankfully, the salesman was super cool and lent us his Easy Pass, and he paid for us to come back. And that's cool in its own right, but apparently if you have an Easy Pass, it doesn't cost $15, it's only $6. And he was just amazed, like, well, why don't you have an Easy Pass? Because there's no fucking toll booths anywhere near me. The closest toll road to me is fucking an hour away in Syracuse. And even then, I avoid the thruway as much as possible. Granted, I don't really need the thruway that much, but anytime I'm near it, I avoid it anyways. Because fuck you. I ain't paying to use your road. Anyways, liked the car, signed the paperwork. Had to go with them to their bank because the check from my bank was double endorsed. It was made out to me and the dealership, which is fine. Normally we both just sign it and they can cash it. But apparently there's something weird with their bank where I had to go sign a notarized endorsement release thing. I don't know. It was a TD Bank, that's all I know. I signed it. They gave me the title and the keys, so we got to the dealership at like 10:15. They opened at 9. I meant to get there at 9. This is a surprise to nobody. Both the stun double and I overslept. And we didn't get on the road till after 7 for a 3-hour drive, so that's why we got there at 10:15. So it was almost 11 o'clock when we went to the bank, because I had to go do that first. And that took way too fucking long to fill out a simple piece of paper and sign the back of the check and a piece of paper. It took her like legitimately 15 fucking minutes to fill out this thing. And then she was giving the salesman attitude about how it's supposed to be like the owner of the account signing the check, not just any worker. But he was depositing it, not just cashing it. Shouldn't fucking make a difference because it's a deposit. He's not actually requesting any money. Maybe it's different than a business account. I don't know. After that, he offered the use of the Easy Pass. Like I said, he didn't let us use it. We forgot to grab it before we left the dealership. So we had to go back and get it. And then run across to Edison, New Jersey. To the DMV there. I'm calling it the DMV. Fuck you, New Jersey, and your fucking weird names. We finally find this place, which is fucking buried in this town. Thank God for GPS and being able to lead us to it. There's no fucking way I would have found it without it. We get there, it's just before noon. Because even though Edison, New Jersey is only 10 miles from the dealership, it's a half-hour drive. Because fuck the city. 10-mile drive should be 10 minutes or less. When we get there, I park. I later found is I played creative space, even though there were open spaces. The spot I parked in, not actually a space. Didn't realize it until I got back out to the car. But the stunt double and Lady Parks stayed with the car because they saw what I saw, which was the giant fucking line that led outside to go into the DMV. We noticed that some people were just going and talking to the security guard / police officer. I don't recall which one he was. Doesn't matter, but essentially he was the bouncer at the door. That was the role he was serving. Some people talked to him and went straight in. It's like, oh, okay, well I just need temp tags, which are officially called transit plates. Which when I got up to the bouncer and told him I just need transit plates, he looked at me fucking confused. And I said temp tags, and he's like, registration. I didn't get plates for the car. It's like, oh, get in line. But I found out there was 2 lines. He told me to get in the right-hand lane, or line, which was marginally shorter than the other one. And that's when I determined that they did like citizenship paperwork and stuff there. Which makes sense because while I was standing in line, I heard a lot of conversations, and exactly 0 of them were in English, which is kind of how I figured it out. Plus, they came out, they said there was an issue with the system, and the place is only open to 1 It was already afternoon. They go, we might not get everybody, but like, you're a U.S. citizen, you know, come with me now, we can get you in right now. But not for registrations, only for the other paperwork. Which I assume was like naturalization or green cards or whatever the fuck. I had no idea that was done at the DMV. So that was news to me because I've never needed to do it. Or that many people are going to be there on a random Saturday to get it done. I just want to sit in the right lane and film for a minute. But I keep fucking catching up to people. I need a goddamn smart car. How the fuck do I keep blowing people's doors off? Fucking stop texting me while I'm trying to film. Jesus. Okay. So now I was in line for a good half an hour before I even got into the building. When I got into the building, and there's a guy with the form she needed. He's like, oh, what are you here to do? I was like, meet transit plates. And he's like, and they started, apparently, even though that's what it said on the website, that they call transit plates, I should have just said temp tags. They started asking me like if I was like the proprietor of the business. And I was like, what? No, it's my personal vehicle. I just bought it. I need to get it home. He's like, oh, you need temp tags? Yes. Okay. Now go into the table, fill out the piece of paper. You'll see a yellow sign. When you're done, walk around to the yellow sign, which was just a sign to get in another line. But I filled out that piece of paper as best I could because it was asking for like Jersey-related questions, like what my Jersey driver's license number is. I don't have a Jersey driver's license. I just put in my driver's license number. Yeah, it turns out I should have just gotten in fucking line. So I filled out the piece of paper, waited in line again, finally got up to the window, and the guy didn't even look or acknowledge that I had this fucking form they had me fill out. Just told him, like, I'm looking to get temp tags. Like, okay. Proof of insurance? Here. New Jersey title? Here. Straight driver's license? Here. Okay, I will be back. Eventually. This is what he actually said. He actually said he would be back eventually. So he was gone for a few minutes, came back, and informed me that apparently he needs a supervisor to issue a temp tag. Or she was working on it now, it'd be ready about 10 minutes. Told me just go have a seat and call me back up. Didn't realize we needed supervisor approval or something like a temp tag, but whatever. And about 10 minutes later, they were ready. Closer to 15, but total cost for 20-day temp tags to get the car home, $5. As far as actually getting the temp tags, that was the biggest pain in the ass ever. But as far as the paperwork side, it was easy. I handed them those 3 pieces of paper. I had to sign the title in the correct spot because, of course, I had signed it in the wrong spot. Because why wouldn't I? I always fucking fill out forms wrong. And that was it. He just, boop, there's your temp tags. $5, please. Okay, have a nice day. So this would have been an in and out thing, minus waiting for the supervisor and getting in the fucking building. We took so long at the DMV that while I was sitting there waiting for the supervisor, the salesman texted me. He's like, "You get the tags?" To me, it had a concerned tone to it, probably because we had his Easy Pass and a signed title, but they had the money and the car. Got the tags, got back in the car, drove back to Staten Island, returned his Easy Pass, hopped in the car, went to the closest gas station, filled it up with premium, which, holy shit, the price of gas in the city is fucking ridiculous. It was like $3.67 a gallon because this thing takes premium. Well, it takes 91 or higher. But because New York, I live in New York, we have access to 93. So I run 93. And it was yelling at me that I only had 1/8 of a gallon left in the tank, which I don't know how accurate that is, but it took over 7 gallons to fill it. So that seems about right, because I'm pretty sure this is an 8-gallon tank. So even at that ridiculous price for fuel, and about as empty as I would ever dare have it, it cost $27 to fill up with premium. Oh fuck, I missed it. I had 19,000 miles on the car 5 miles ago, and I didn't picture it. Oh god damn it, I didn't take a picture of it before I left the dealership for the miles I had it when I got it. Fuck. Whatever, I'm recording the mileage when I get home. Yay, back in New York, even though I kind of started in New York.
Welcome to New York.
Forgot I had the GPS on still. So now I put about 180 miles on the car. The seats are comfy. Maybe you could do with a touch more lumbar support. If there's an adjustment for that, I have not found it. I don't think it exists. I will look more later, like especially when I'm reading the owner's manual. And yes, I actually read the owner's manual from front to rear of every vehicle I buy. Because sometimes you learn about neat features that you wouldn't have known about. A bit more road noise than I might have guessed, but normally I'd have the radio on. It wouldn't be a problem. I can see why some people wouldn't want to take this on the highway consistently. Because you really got to kind of plan ahead. Any passes or hills, you have to be aware they're coming. You do not have the power. Momentum is your friend. It's a little twitchy on the highway. Mainly, the roads aren't great and you actually kind of feel what's going on. And bumps. Fuck Christ. I don't know if it's all of them or just like this one, but this thing crashes over bumps. Well, if I had any kidney stones, they're definitely gone now, as are any and all of my fillings.
Yeah, that hurt even a bit.
Ow!
Continue on I-80 West for 9 miles.
I'm also pretty sure I need a new Jounce bumper because I definitely just fucking destroyed the one I had. Another stuff. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Holy shit, PennDOT. Fix the roads. Mile marker 301.7 in case you're curious. On I-80 West. Or potholes, sinkholes, whatever the fuck you want to call them. It's a bit more road noise. Gotta track down what the fuck these rattles are. Okay, something with the door. Something I'll have to look into. And one more thing I just discovered. This has the comfort signals. Or whatever they call them in this. Because it's made by Ben, so it's technically a German car. So if I just lightly tap the turn signal, I get 3 blinks. It's the lazy signals. The Jetta has them, and I love them. And this has it too. And I didn't even think to try till just now. Once I'm already fucking home. That's awesome. And also, goddamn it. I'll probably have to fill up here shortly. So I'll tell you what the fuel economy got on the way back. Doing 70 plus the whole time. Going for top speed a couple times. And north of 80 a lot. Which is pretty much full throttle the whole way home, more or less. With a lot of not necessary downshifts. Because I have pedals, so why not? So without trying fuel economy whatsoever, and pedal to the floor the majority of the time, this is what I got for fuel economy. That's not bad. And it took the Jetta about half a tank to get from home to Staten Island, to Jersey to Staten Island, to home. And I have 3/8 of a tank left in this. Approximately. It only updates every 1/8 of a tank, so I don't remember how long ago it was. It said half. I think it traded for 38 on the highway. So, not terrible. I think that's all I got for driving impressions.
And there you have it. That's my new car, my smart car. So far, I do really enjoy it. I mean, I've only had it for about a day now. Everybody who's seen it loves it, and everybody who has driven it loves it even more. Everybody who says the same thing that I did, that they're surprised how big it is on the inside. It's like the TARDIS. If it was only dark blue, I'd get a sticker that says police box on it. Though I'm pretty sure that would get me in trouble. Expect to see some more smart car related videos in the future, as there's a couple repairs I need to make to it. Because it's a used car, there's a couple dents and dings and some other things I need to address. Possibly a couple mods in the future. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.